This is Overthinking with Carmen. I am Carmen Michael Smith, your overthinker in chief, spiraling publicly so you don't have to. And this week won't be light. We're going deep. Because I'm over here being reminded again that the assignment isn't to fit in. The assignment is to do the work. And if you're confused about the difference, I get it. So was I. Until recently. I've been showing up every week, doing this podcast, building a community, telling the truth, even when the platforms we post on were not designed for someone like me. Let's be honest. Algorithms reward spectacle, not substance, not slowness, not nuance, not care. Last week, I broke my routine of obligatory social media post, and I just went rogue. And when the 2 videos I posted were more than 2 minutes long, not the 15-second soundbite people say I should be doing, and they still go viral, that tells me something. It tells me people are starving for real, starving for breath, starving for someone to say the thing out loud. I've been doing just that for years. But truth-telling isn't popular. And in my early days, I confess I wanted to be popular. So I would twist and bend myself, trying to fit into spaces that they were just not built for me. Like recently, I met with this publicist, and I told her I wanted someone to help me amplify my work. You know, the podcast, the books with an S, okay? The YouTube, the cinematic sermon. And she said, "Oh, that all sounds great. Well, we'll have to first get you some media training because when you're on air, you've only got 3 minutes, so you've got to be tight. Sound bites only, quick, clean, so that you get invited back." And she's not wrong. But I couldn't help but think, do you know how many tables I've squeezed myself under just to be heard? Just to be in the room? Do you know how many rooms I've entered tiptoeing, hoping that my fullness wouldn't make people uncomfortable? It comes with the territory. I'm a Black, queer, deeply spiritual man in America. Every system I've been a part of has asked me to shrink. So no, I'm not interested in shrinking anymore. Because what if my calling doesn't fit? What if my calling flips the table? That very table I'm trying to fit under? See, recently Colman Domingo was interviewed in New York City, and someone asked him a question about the work and how long do you have to do it and what are the markers and what motivates you to show up kind of stuff, the markers of success and how do you know you're doing well. And his response landed so well with me. He says, you do the work. You bring your hope, your faith, your passion. You do it knowing it may lead nowhere. But you do it anyway because the work is the reward. Not the clicks, not the followers, not the interview invite, not the algorithm. The joy of doing the work is the reward. Last week during DC Black Pride, a young man had posted online about feeling unseen and disconnected. Not from the world, but from his community, from his people. And instead of grace, folks dragged him on TikTok, told him basically to step it up, told him that he was doing too much and that he was in his feelings, that he was the problem. Clearly, he had struck a nerve. Because as old folks say, a hit dog will holler. So I responded, not in 15 seconds, but in a video that was over 2 minutes long. And it went viral. I'm over here on TikTok with more followers in 1 week and more likes and reposts than I ever had on Instagram. because there's still space, even in this shrinking world, for depth, for care, for truth. And I'm realizing I am not a brand. I am a messenger and a reckoning. And you know what I'm tired of? Tired of trying to fit into spaces that don't even want me in the room. Spaces that see me as a problem before I speak. See, I didn't come here to fit. I came here to free. To help free people from the chains that hold them back, that ask them to shrink, that tells them that they have to squeeze in. So if I have to be small to be included, I don't want it. If I have to be short to be shared, I'll stay long-winded. If I have to strip down my complexity to be light, then I'd rather be unfollowed in truth than platformed in a lie. And let me pause right here just to say, because this podcast, this work, would be nothing without each of you. You who embrace my every spiral every week. You see, last week a man stepped to me and said, I have been listening to your podcast every week. And I've shared one with my daughter, but then I wound up sharing another. And he went on to say, I think it's changing how I see things. I didn't see that coming. That was not my intention. For people to listen and in some way, this podcast is helping to change perspectives, change how people see things in the world, their world. That's a messenger. That's a reckoning. That's the work. That's the kind of change algorithms can't measure. That's the kind of legacy click-through rates you can't quantify. That's ministry. So if you've been listening since the beginning or just got here, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You made space for me to spiral. You made space for me to heal. You made space for me to tell the truth in full. I thank you and I desire the same space for you. So ask yourself, am I in the spaces that allow me space to spiral, heal, and tell my truth in full? Am I in the relationship, the job, the group text, friend group, neighborhood, or even community that requires me to perform just to be palatable? Am I doing the work that is true to me, or just trying to fit where I was never meant to belong? My fellow overthinkers, you don't have to fit in to be faithful. You don't have to shrink to shine. You don't have to be the soundbite. Be the whole sermon. Let your work, your real work, make room for you, even when the room says it's full. And as always, may your joy be real, may your freedom be full, and may disruption be the catalyst for your liberation.